Hey everyone, Parallel here. Welcome back to another Star Trek Online video. Today we're going to be looking at the new Elite Starter Pack. This is actually a bit of a change for Cryptic. What's actually happened here is that they are getting rid of their premium subscription model and they are instead going to a single item purchase, this new Elite Starter Pack. And this is actually a pretty significant change. Even across all free-to-play MMOs, I can't think of any other MMOs out there that have, discontinued their subscription service in favor of a single item purchase. So this is actually pretty unique in the market. And as I'm more inclined to prefer like a single item purchase over a subscription, I actually am pretty optimistic. I have hopes that this works out for Cryptic. I almost compare it to like a MMO when it goes from a subscription base to a buy to play type model. It's kind of what this feels like, although it's not a perfect analogy because this is already a free to play MMO. But in any case, I am optimistic. So what I actually plan to do here in this video is I'm going to go ahead and actually purchase the Elite Starter Pack and do a full review. We'll unlock everything and see what we get. And like most things, the devil is in the details. We'll have to take a look and make sure, is this Elite Starter Pack good value for money? Is it worth what you get? Is it, how does it compare to the old subscription model, which I actually have up on my side here. I actually have up the old, the benefits of the old subscription model. And we can do a little bit of a comparison and see how this compares. To the old subscription, premium subscription, that was the gold service, as it was called. All right, so let's go ahead here and get started. Now, quickly, I do have on my account, I actually already have the lifetime subscription. And one of the nice things about this Elite Starter Pack is that it actually stacks with the existing lifetime benefits. So I can actually purchase this item as a lifetime subscription holder, which is kind of nice. That's actually, something, kind of a benefit of having it as a one-time purchase, because it actually is, you can actually stacks on top of your existing benefits. All right, so if you do want to purchase this, you just go pull up the C-Store and go to Services, and you'll see here it is, the Elite Starter Pack. All right, so you can see here exactly what you're going to be getting for it. So I'm going to go ahead and read through it here quickly, and we'll do a little bit of a comparison to the old subscription. Now, one thing you should be aware of, real quick, one thing that you can see right off the bat that's missing here from this Elite Starter Pack is the veteran rewards. So I would say if you are a subscription holder, and in the announcement of this Elite Starter Pack, Cryptic said if you already have a subscription, you can keep it. So if you have a subscription now and you're looking to get those veteran rewards, you have to hang on to that subscription, because I get the feeling if you cancel your subscription now, it's gone. There's no way to resubscribe, because there's no, from now on, there's no new subscriptions being started. So just be aware of that. If you have a subscription now and you're going for those veteran rewards, you got to hang on to it until you get what you want. But otherwise, if you're not going for the veteran rewards, you might want to take a look at this Elite Starter Pack. All right, so I just wanted to mention that right off the bat. But let's actually go through some of these items here and compare it to the old subscription. And you can see that price here as well. It is 1,500 Zen, so roughly $15 or a little bit less than that if you get your Zen on a discount, which I always do. Always make sure to buy your Zen when there is a Zen sale going on. So about $15. So again, about the same as the old subscription as far as price. Now, what do you get? So first thing you get is a character slot. And I believe that is about, that's the same as the old subscription, because you start with it. So you start with a free-to-play player will have 3 character slots, then you'll get this one extra one. So that's the same as the old subscription. The 20 banks, shared bank slots, that is also the same as the old subscription model. And I'm actually curious to see how this works with my lifetime subscription, because with the lifetime you also get 20 bank slots. So I don't know if this is 20 added on top of my shared bank. If that's the case, that would be awesome. I would love to have 40 shared bank slots. So I'm very curious to see if this will apply to my existing shared bank. In fact, let me just go over here and you can see. in my my account bank, you can see I only have the 20 slots. So we'll take a look at that there and see how that goes once I actually purchase it and unlock it. All right, so let's go back here to the Elite Starter Pack. So we get that. We also get 5 Captain Retrain tokens. This is actually a bit less than the old subscription model, although it's better in one way. I'll just try to describe it here. So in the old subscription model, you would get a free respec token each time you rank up. So when you're leveling, you would get 1 per rank. If you total that up, I think you do actually get more than 5. You know, if you go through all the ranks, you'll get more than 5. But that being said, the old method was not retroactive. That is, if let's say you rank up, you're already max rank, and then you subscribe, you were not retroactively granted those retrain tokens. So in that aspect, this new pack, the Elite Starter Pack, is actually better because it will just give you 5 flat out. In fact, you can see here on this character, this was actually my first character that I leveled up, and I actually leveled this character before I had the lifetime subscription. And you can actually see here, if I go to retrain, you can see I got 0 retrain tokens on this character because it was not retroactively granted. So I've always had no retrain tokens on this character, which is annoying. Whereas all my other characters I leveled up after I was a lifetime member, and those characters all have plenty of retrain tokens. So this is why I'm actually going to purchase this on this character, because it would be nice to get these 5 tokens on this character. So, you know, better in one way, worse than the other. You get a few less total, but at least it's retroactive. And then finally, you get your energy cap increased to 2 billion. I believe the actual, according to the wiki, it was the gold service only gave you a 1 billion cap. So this is actually a bit of an upgrade. Because there was actually at some point, Cryptic did increase the cap per character from 1 to 2 billion. This was quite a while ago, but I think when the gold service was originally created, 1 billion was the cap at that time. Maybe they just never updated it to the new cap. But that's actually good, because this is something that all new players, if you're a free-to-play player and you're starting to enjoy the game and you actually want to invest in it, this is something you always had to buy anyway. You can actually see here, I didn't actually purchase this, but I got this with a lifetime service, but this was something you always had to buy as a free-to-play player to even have a chance to be able to purchase anything in the game, because the default cap for energy credits was so low, you'd never be able to buy what you need off the exchange. So that's good. So those are all the account items that you get, and you can see it's pretty close comparison to the old subscription model so far. Let's take a look at this next part. So this is where I think the Elite Starter Pack actually has some really good value, because this part, all of these items here, you can actually claim once per character. And that's actually pretty important. That's actually part of the reason why I'm interested in this as a lifetime subscriber, is because I have a crap ton of alts. So being able to claim this items on every character is going to have very high value for me, because purchasing, honestly, these are things that I never purchased because I didn't want to have to do it on every character. If I'm trying to keep most of my characters pretty equal as far as banks and bridge officer slots and everything, that's way too expensive to do, buying these things individually, unlocking them on each character. So this is where I think most of the value of this pack is going to come from. And of course, there'll be more value for you if you have more alts. So let's see what we get here. So for each alt, you're going to get 30 inventory slots. Comparing this to the subscription, I think this is a little bit less than what you got before. Because, yeah, in the old subscription, I think it said 96 inventory slots was what you had. I think the base is 42. So you're actually getting about 24 less slots than you used to as far as inventory slots. But you do get in on every character, so that's a nice thing. Then we also get the 60 bank slots. I believe this is the same as the subscription model. And 2 bridge officer slots. Again, this is a little bit less than the old subscription model. In the subscription, you would get like extra bridge officer slots as you leveled up. Again, so that was that as you rank up. So you have that, the disadvantage is you're getting slightly less bridge officer slots with this pack, but the advantage is at least it's retroactive. Like you don't have to rank up to get it. So if you're already at max level, you can still get them. So that's a good thing. So overall, I'd say it's a pretty comparable to the old subscription. The main thing that you're going to be missing now, like I said, is those veteran rewards. That's a big thing. One thing I don't see mentioned here in this Elite Starter Pack also is the Dilithium Refinement, because one of the little perks, it's not a huge thing, but one of the little perks with the gold service, the subscription model, was that it would automatically refine dill for you once per day. And that's also something you get with a lifetime, which I have as well, which is why I never have to click this. But it's not really a big deal. It just means that each day when you log in, you're going to have to go over here to your assets and refine your dilithium. It's a nice little convenience thing, but it's not huge. So, and the other thing that I also don't see any mention of is that with the subscription model, you actually got a 500 Zen monthly stipend. And you also get that with the lifetime as well. But this Elite Starter Pack doesn't mention anything about that, which I guess it doesn't make sense anyway because it's just a one-time purchase, so you wouldn't be getting like a stipend for it. But that's something to take into account. I think people underestimate that because, if you're paying $15, that 500 Zen, that's about $5 worth of Zen per month that you were getting, so it's almost like a $10 subscription. So that's actually pretty decent. That's part of the reason I like the lifetime as well, because now that I've been playing for over 4 years now, since I came back anyway, that lifetime subscription has actually had pretty decent value because of all those little 500 per month Zen stipends I've been getting has added up over time. So that's what you're missing, I guess. Those veteran rewards, the stipend, and the dill refinement. So that's kind of what you're missing. But what you're gaining is this, having these rewards being retroactive, the better EC cap, and then also being able to claim this on all of your alts. So that's pretty cool. So I guess it's time to take the plunge now. I should go ahead and purchase this, and we will see what I get and how we actually unlock it here. I'll log into some of my alts as well, and you see how you can reclaim this on your alts. I'm actually not sure how that is, if you go into the store and reclaim it, or how it works. So we'll try to figure that all out here. All right, so let's go ahead and get it. Okay, transaction is successful. Okay, so it said purchase there. So I was about to say, that was odd because I was like, can you buy multiple of these? That would be even stranger. But no, you just buy it once and then it's purchased and that's it. Now, what I want to see is, yeah, let's see how we claim this. Is it actually an inventory item or what happened here? So did it just, let's check my Retrain tokens here. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I got the 5 Retrain tokens. That's good. I actually had heard about this. This Elite Starter Pack came out actually a week ago, but I had heard there were some bugs and issues where things were not being rewarded properly, and actually in the patch they had yesterday, those have been fixed apparently because I was awarded the Retrain tokens properly. So that's good. Good to see that that's working. What else did I get? So shared bank slots, let's check that out. Oh, yes. So check that out, guys. You actually do, if you have the lifetime subscription, it does actually stack. So I've got 20 more shared bank slots. That is awesome. Well worth it. That's something I've been considering buying for a long time, honestly, but this Elite Pack came along and this has convinced me to go ahead. So that is great. And let's go ahead and bring it back here. Yep, I've been thinking about that one for a long time. And you can actually kind of see, so this was 1500, right? I mean, if you actually were to buy all of these items separately, like look here, like 12 inventory slots, that's 400 right there. So if you were going to buy those, the 30 inventory slots on multiple alts, that would be way, way more expensive than just getting the Elite Starter Pack. Not to mention, not to mention the account bank slots, not to mention the character bank slots and everything else. So obviously, this is a much better deal than individually purchasing all of the other services one by one for each character. So that's a huge, huge benefit of this pack. All right, so what else were we supposed to get? I don't know why I closed that. So we were also supposed to get some bridge officer slots, which we'll look at here in a moment. Why am I going to ships? Services. Let's go back here. The Retrain, the share bank, the character slots. I can check the character slots when I go to my character screen and switch to an alt. And then the energy cap increase. Okay, so, which I already had, so nothing there. But how do I claim this here? I'm actually kind of curious now because it doesn't actually say. I'm assuming there's something available. Elite Starter Pack Reclaim. Ah, okay, so it's right here under the Services tab. Okay, so it says, thank you for purchasing the Elite Starter Pack. You may now reclaim the following items once per character. All right. Now this I'm actually also curious about because, like I said, I have the Lifetime, which gave me some inventory slots. And in fact, over the years, believe it or not, Cryptic has actually had some giveaways where they've given away inventory slots. So I actually have more inventory slots than what you'd get with the Lifetime. And I'm curious, I don't think I'm near the cap, but I had heard, when Cryptic in their announcement blog, they did mention that if you are near the cap, you won't be able to claim this. So I'm hoping I'm not near the cap. Hopefully everything will work fine, and we'll see. Let me show you my character bank as well. Let's close this. So here's my character bank. You can see about how many slots I have there. And here's my inventory, and you'll see how many slots I have there. And my bridge officers, you can see my bridge officers are 100% full. So if I get 2 more, you will be able to see them there. All right, so let's go ahead and reclaim this. All right, here we go, claim. Aha, I see that it has apparently worked. All right, so there we go, guys. I have a bunch more inventory and a bunch more bank slots. This is absolutely fantastic. My inventory is becoming a pain to manage. And man, just think, you can unlock this on every single character. That is going to be fantastic. Oh, this is so good. And in particular, this is going to be good for my temporal recruit, because like some of my more recent characters didn't, like my temporal recruit didn't get to take advantage of some of those giveaways for the additional inventory slots because I created that character after those giveaways were done. And it's something that Cryptic honestly hasn't done in a long time. They haven't given away like free inventory slots in quite a while. So, so this is great. I'm really happy I'll be able to claim this on some of my characters that had less inventory slots. And then let's check bridge officers. There we go, 2 extra bridge officer slots. Whew, so that's actually really, really good, guys. I am very, very happy with this pack. And in particular, just because you can reclaim it on every character, which is what I'm going to show now. So I'm going to switch over to an alt, and we will reclaim it there and make sure everything is working good. But yeah, that is pretty fantastic. I think the only thing that I would have recommended to Cryptic that would have made this perfect would be also to give one of the duty officer packs. Increasing the duty officer slots. How much are those? Yeah, those are actually kind of pricey, believe it or not. So for 25, it's a 225 Zen, and for 100, it's 725 Zen. So you save a little bit there, 225. That would be nice, maybe to get this 25 duty officer, make that part of the per character reclaimability. That would have been really nice. But even without that, I think the value is there particularly if you're claiming this on all of your alt characters. All right, so let's go ahead and do that now. So like I said, I did want to check it on my temporal recruit, which has, so let's go over to her first. Ah, yes, the new welcome screen. Thank you, Cryptic, for a annoying screen that pops up every time you change characters. Yeah, that is pretty annoying. And I don't know if anyone Cryptic is watching. Just a little bit of a suggestion, I guess. You know, please. I mean, I understand you want to show off all your cool new items and everything. A lot of MMOs, when you log in, they have that pop-up screen. You know what's new, but you know, just please make it so it only pops up once, like maybe once per day or the first time you log in. Having it come up like every time you even just switch a character is extremely annoying. So just a friendly suggestion there, Cryptic. I mean, plus you already have it here on the menu screen when you hit escape to the main menu. So it's already here as well. So I don't know. It's just a bit much to have to deal with it every time you switch a character. But anyway. So I'm on my alt here, and you can see this character has quite a bit fewer inventory slots, and as well as a fair amount fewer bank slots. So let's go ahead and we'll do the same here. So we'll go back to our services, and we will hopefully have a available starter pack reclaim. There we go. Go ahead and claim it. And then boom, there we go. You saw those new slots being added there. Got my 2 new bridge officer slots, and I got some bank slots. Fantastic. It is working great. And even better is, if I'm understanding this correctly, is this reclaim per character will be available, you know, in perpetuity on my account. So like, for example, with the upcoming Victory's Life expansion, I'll be able to come here on my new VIL alt and be able to claim this, you know, the Elite Starter Pack reclaim, and start off with some great, some great benefits here with a nice extra inventory and a couple extra bridge officers. So if that's the case, I'm going to be even more happy. So I have to say, guys, overall, this is a very good pack. I can just real quickly, I don't see why there'd be any difference, but I can switch over to one of my KDF alts. And do the same here. But I have to say, I'm actually quite satisfied with this purchase. I feel it was actually good value. That said, it does have a few, you know, it is missing a few things that the subscription model used to have. In particular, the veteran rewards and the Zen stipend and the automatic Dilithium Refinement. But if those things aren't a big deal to you, then I think the new system is overall much, much better. So yeah, here we go. You can see how many inventory slots we've got. Let's go ahead and go into services. Elite Starter Pack Reclaim. Go ahead and do it. Yep. There we go, guys. It's working great. Now, I don't think... I don't remember how many reclaim... Did I get 5 reclaim tokens on everyone? I should have checked on one of my alts how many reclaims they had. Check one more alt here and just see how many reclaims that this one has. I think she had 11 or 10 or 11 around there. Maybe it was less. Let's go ahead and take a look. 11. So I don't think I did get anything new on these characters, but maybe I'm wrong. Not 100% positive on that one. I don't know if that the retrain tokens were for every character or just for the one you initially claimed. That's gonna bug me because I should have checked that beforehand. But even without that, I think this pack is actually quite good value. So I have to say, I do recommend purchasing this pack. I'd have to say, you know, as my final recommendation here, closing out the video, if you're a free-to-play player, it's pretty easy to suggest what you should buy now. This is definitely where you should go first, right? So as a free-to-play player, instead, usually you'd have to buy this cap increase and a couple other things. I would say, as a free-to-play player, this is probably the first thing you should buy. Right here, the Elite Starter Pack. So, 1,500 Zen. Either start farming up your dilithium and try to buy it that way, or just, shell out the $15 for it. I would say buy that first, and then also consider getting one of the starter packs. The Temporal Agent Starter Pack. Not this one. This is the super expensive one, but the starter pack, I believe, is actually a very good value. The upcoming Victory is Life starter pack seems pretty decent as well. Although I like the temporal one a little better because you get the Constitution with those blue phasers that you can get free rank ups on. So I would say those usually run you $10 to $15 as well. So I would say, like as a free-to-play player, if you're saying, and you want to be able to get into Star Trek Online, say you've played, you've leveled up your character, you like the game, and you want to invest, I would say that's what you should go for. Go for this Elite Starter Pack, and then also go for one of the other starter bundles, like the Temporal Starter Bundle or the upcoming Victory's Life Starter Bundle. Those are the better ones to go for, because those ones are great. They have a good, usually a low tier ship, and then they also come with like a tier 6 ship, and that's actually pretty good value because they a tier 6 ship by itself is usually 3,000 Zen, so those starter bundles are generally a good value. I'm trying to think, see if I have. Yeah, here it was, the Temporal Agent Starter Pack. Usually they give you a couple other things like a costume or something like that as well, so they're pretty good value for what you get. This one had also the Bridge Officer, but this came with the Paladin, the Tier 6 Temporal Battle Cruiser, and then the Constitution as well. So this, I think, is still one of the best starter packs, but also the Victory's Life one looks okay. We have to still see what the stats are on the ship that you get with that one, but this is still a good starter pack. So, I mean, if you buy those two things, if you're willing to invest about $30 worth, which is not bad. You can think that's a one-time purchase. That's about what you'd pay for other pay-to-play or buy-to-play type games. Like Black Desert or something. I think actually it's cheaper than $30 now, but spending about $30 as those one-time purchases to get your account up to a good place where you're going to have plenty of inventory and character slots. You're going to have, and if you purchase one of these packs, you're going to have a tier 6 starship ready to go, plus something good for leveling up and some other little perks as well. I'd say that's kind of my recommendation as if you're a free-to-play player, as the way to go. All right, so there you go, guys. I think this Elite Starter Pack is actually pretty good value, and the value only goes up as you create alts. The more alts you have, the more value you get, because you can claim it on all of your characters. But yep, and you can see I also got my character slot as well. That's cool. Yep, because I don't even have the option there. So yep, there you go. And yeah, the Delta Recruit is still going, so I get a new character slot. I'm actually kind of curious. I don't know if they're going to be adding a character slot with Victory is Life. I'm assuming they are, so it let you make a new character. I believe they also had a new slot with the last expansion, the Temporal Agents of Yesterday. So yeah, so there you go, guys. I think it is, overall, I give a thumbs up to the Elite Starter Pack. I think it's a good move on Cryptic's part. I think it's good value, especially if you have a lot of alts on your account like I do, which is pretty crazy. And what can I say? Not much to complain about. I think the only thing is if you're going to be missing those couple things from the old subscription model that are no longer available, that's the only sort of downside to all of this. But otherwise, I can give this a really easy recommendation to go ahead and buy for, especially for a free-to-play player. This is a good investment. Easy recommendation. All right, guys, but I think that pretty much covers it. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you purchase these Elite Starter Pack, what you think about it. If you think it's a good move. It certainly is a different direction, because like I said, it's something you don't really see in the free-to-play market. I've never seen a free-to-play MMO get rid of their subscription service, right? I'm thinking of like, Blade and Soul has one of those. Terra still has one. I think almost all of the free-to-play games out there have one of those premium subscriptions, right? The optional premium subscriptions. So it's a very popular thing to do, and it's kind of interesting to see Cryptic reverting away from that just back to a single item purchase. But I think it's a good move overall. I have to think that Cryptic must have been looking at their metrics. You know how Cryptic loves their metrics, right? They're probably looking at their metrics, and I wonder if they saw that a lot of, or like a high percentage of all of the subscriptions were canceled after the first month, and they're like, we're not making much off these long-term subscriptions anyway. Let's just make this let's get rid of this pain. Is probably a pain to maintain the subscription service because you have to do the monthly billing and handle all of that garbage. It probably is a pain in the neck, and probably for them administration-wise, it's easier just to do a single purchase. And they're like, we're not going to be losing much money anyway because everyone canceled their subscription after the first month anyway, just to get those free items unlocked on their account. So that's probably what happened, like behind the scenes as far as the accounting or the math goes. Cryptic's just like, we're not making that much money off the long-term subscriptions anyway. Let's just get rid of that headache, and then just go right for the one-time purchase. And they're pretty smart about it. Let's face it here, guys. I was a lifetime subscriber, and I just purchased this pack. That's more zen in Cryptic's pocket, because now even the lifetime subscribers can purchase this. So it's another thing that they can sell. So overall, I have to say it's a good move, and I think like I got my money's worth. I feel good about that purchase, so I mean, I'm happy with it. So there you go, guys. I can give this an easy recommendation. I think it's a pretty good move. All right, but that pretty much covers it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.